What's going on, guys? It's Creed, and we are battling Centurion. This is one of the new upcoming decks that came out in Valiant Smashers. We're going to be doing them with Sharks. Sharks best deck. You guys know I love Sharks. I play Sharks so much. If you're in the Shark group on Facebook, you guys already know. So we're going to be going against Centurion. I'm only going to be doing game one. It's a match, so it's best of 3. I'm not going to show the full thing, so I'm going to be going in depth to show you guys how to play Shark. So if you want to see the full match, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button and like the video, and I will definitely post it for you guys. But you guys gotta let me know if you want to see the full match. But I'm just going to kind of go in depth and let you know how you play Sharks. We have full combo here. This is an insane hand going first, and it does play through and around some stuff. So I'm going to show you that right now. So we're going to get started. Shatana, it's one of your best starters, man. It's such a strong card. Free special summon. It's a water, and it's a worm. Plays around Tikaboo and stuff. Since you usually only have Sharks, now you have a worm. So it kind of helps you play around different floodgates. So we have our free special summon here. We're going to normal summon Dead Reef. Dead Reef is going to act as a fake, and that's going to send the right-handed Shark. So this is going to be used for later. So when you have an extra extender, Dead Reef kind of acts just like your Buzzsaw Shark. You know, it searches or special summons one of your other monsters. This one sends it to grave, but it kind of uses the same different way of getting monsters on the field, and you'll see why later. So now we're going to go into our Bahamut Shark so we can get our first Toad on the field. Yes, I said first Toad because you're going to get more than one. But Toad is such a strong card, one of the best cards for the deck. It is an Omni Negate and a recycle back your resources. So since we have a Toad, this is our 4th summon. So we haven't got to our 5th summon yet, and we are already Nibiru proof and other hand traps. So you try and get this out first because somebody tried to ash your Bishark or ash something else that you might need. This actually protects you from that, and again, it is before your 5th summon. So you are Nibiru proof. This is one of the choke points with the deck, getting Nibiru'd a lot if you could not get out your Toad. So you try and get out your Toad as quickly as possible. So now you're going to activate your Bishark. Your Bishark's your best extender, man. That's a free special summon. It needs to control water. That's what I don't like about it. It should have just been a free special summon and search, but it's special summons, and you can search any of your fish monsters that you need. It's absolutely broken card. I just wish it was a little bit better, but this is how you're actually going to search your Xyz Remora. It's like the worst best card in your deck. Like, it's a garnet kind of, so it's like by itself it does absolutely nothing, but when it's with a bunch of other stuff, it is absolutely beautiful. So now we already have our extender in our hand in Crystal Shark. So Crystal Shark's going to activate, targeting our Abyss Shark, and we're going to go into the best support in the game, man. Number 4 Stealth Kraken, absolutely beautiful. Abyss and your Crystal Shark can modulate their levels to summon a number monster, so that's why they're summoning a level 4 Xyz, which is insane. And this is why you special summon this in the extra monster zone. This is important. You special summon this in the extra monster zone here. You could just special summon the Bahamut Shark in the extra monster zone, but I kind of like this here. I don't know, it just kind of looks right, but you special summon it here so you have your zones open for your Xyz Remora. So you're going to activate Xyz Remora here. Well, you don't activate it. It's an inherit summon by getting rid of materials. You're going to get rid of the second material on your Bahamut Shark. Make sure you have 2 Sharks in your grave. So make sure your Dead Reef is in the graveyard and the right-handed Shark is in the graveyard, because that's how you get both of them. If you don't, you can't special summon any of them. And you're going to take your Abyss Shark off of your Stealth Kraken. It still has 1 float, and this is what you recycle back with your Toad, so you get follow-up for next turn. So now that you have that, you're going to activate the effect. You're going to get both of your fish from the graveyard, and you're going to go into your second Bahamut Shark here. Make sure you use the Xyz Remora and the Dead Reef so you have protection. You could use it on here. It depends on your preference. I don't really care about protecting the Bahamut Shark. A lot of times they can't really run over it by battle anyway, so they try and like blow it up, so it's kind of like a waste. But since you have your space open here, you can special summon your Silent Angler here. You do not special summon your Toad yet, because you already have one on here if it's, you know, they didn't use something that you negated it with. So you have your Silent Angler on the field now. Make sure this is the last summon that you do, because it locks you from special summoning from your hand. So you special summon like 4 times from our hand. So you see how important that is for us not to use this first. So now we have 2 on the field. We can go into our Abyss Dweller, and I'd like to use the right-handed Shark's effect under the Abyss Dweller. It gains the effect to not be destroyed by battle. A lot of times when you're playing against Tier Elements, Unchained, like they try to run over this for next turn in case they get stopped, so they can't, you know, they can kind of use their effects next turn, but they can't run over this now because it can't be destroyed by battle, so they have to actually try and get rid of it another way. But you have so much other stuff on the field that it makes it that much harder, and you have to try and run over this not by battle. So you can put it in defense mode. Everything else is using attack, or of course I have number 4 in defense because it floats. So yeah, after that, we're going to go into our second Toad, man. That's crazy. And usually the board ends here. So before we got the A-Golf support, the board just ended here. You had a naked Bahamut Shark, another one that you can use for next turn if it wasn't like destroyed or something. And you had a Abyss Dweller and a pop. So 4 interruptions, pretty good, like kind of a floodgate interruptions, 2 Omni Negates and a pop, but it's not bad. And it kind of a floodgate thing with number 4. It stops certain decks by making them on water. So it's not bad. But now we have the A-Golf support and it makes it so much better. So now we can go into the new Armored Fortress. This searches you an Armored XD's card. So you can do up to 2, but because we only have 1 now, you only need 1 material. And it can't be used as XD material while it has material. That's why you get rid of both materials on this Bahamut Shark to make sure that you can search your trap card with it and it has no material afterwards. So now we have the new support, man. Full Armored XDs. It's actually pretty crazy. This actually lets us be a little more flexible now. Before we just had to have everything on the field. Now we can actually wait like during into the turn and actually play into the turn. So you can play around stuff like Dark Road No More, like Droplet, like so much more stuff you can do. So this is our end board. 2 Toads, a pop, a floodgate. They can't activate anything in the grave, and we have full Armor XDs. This lets you go into your Lancer, and it has the grave effect to attach an XD's monster to an XD's monster you control. And with Lancer's effect, it lets you non-targeted steal an opponent's monster if a card is equipped to a monster. Absolutely broken. So we're actually going to play through this now and see the best way to use your interruptions. So we have start of the main phase. If your opponent doesn't have anything they activate, you can activate. This is the best time to activate Dweller. So like this is probably the time that they would activate Super Poly or Droplet or whatever. So the only thing that really stops your field is Super Poly. Other than that, if they have like a Droplet, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they don't use trap cards. Like just in general, I know this is Centurion, they have 2 traps in the hand, but just in general, a lot of times they don't send trap cards on, like, because they probably need it for like some kind of interruption next turn. So you can actually change your full armor to the Droplet, and then you can activate Abyss Dweller. Or you can wait for them to try and do something, and then if they try and do Droplet before you activate Abyss Dweller, you can chain this, and then you can chain Abyss Dweller. Like, it's so much more stuff you can do, so much more stuff you can think about now. So now we're just gonna keep going. So now they can't use the graveyard, which is whatever. So now the first thing, they're gonna activate the field spell. The field spell is how they, you know, synchro summon during your or your opponent's turn, whatever. But they need the monsters to do it. So there's no reason to negate this right now because they gotta get the monsters on the field first. So we just let it resolve. So now they actually have to neg 1 here in their hand to place 1. So it kind of works out for us too. It helps us get ready for the hand, and it's hilarious that they drew a droll for turn. That's like you always draw a droll after your opponent just combos off. It's so annoying. But now they have the Trudea here, so they're gonna summon the Trudea. They use trap effect to summon as a monster. It has an ignition effect, so there's no reason to actually try and get rid of it another way or stop it from doing whatever it's doing because it's an ignition effect. So you can just use your Stealth Kraken here to pop it. Like, you don't have to let it activate its effect. Just pop it, get it off the field. It's easy. So now they're going to activate Bonds. Bonds is going to place the Trudea back into the spell and chakra zone. And he's going to activate Horus here. I hate the Horus cards. The Horus cards are so annoying because, yeah, it just they're just really irritating me. I really hate the Horus cards, but they don't do anything without King Sark. So this is something that you will negate. So I will use Toad to negate the King Sark because the King Sark is annoying. They're going to chain Oath to place another Centurion monster, which again, we do not care about because if they don't get the monster on the field to synchro summon, it does not matter. So we're going to let them do all that. So they're going to place their Primera. I'm going to steal their Sarcophagus. That's so, like, Toad is such a strong card, man, just stealing their cards. So now we're going to resolve all this stuff backwards. So we're going to use the Toad. This is what I was talking about, getting back your advantage. You start your opponent's turn with nothing in your hand, but it doesn't matter because you have the ability to recycle back so much stuff. So you can recycle back your Abyss Shark. That's going to be your follow-up, free special, and it searches anything. So like even if your board does kind of get cracked, you have so much follow-up that you can use for next turn. So it does not matter. So they're going to activate their Primera to special summon it so they can do their search. So I'm going to chain the full Armament Xyz here so I can steal it because like I said, we're trying to get their monsters off the field so they can't even attempt to synchro summon here. So they're going to resolve. Everything's going to resolve backwards. I'm going to get my Abyss Shark back. So he's going to activate Primera. I'm going to chain the full armor Xyz to attach an Xyz monster to an Xyz monster I control. So we're gonna do that. So this is the part that's so crazy now. Like before, you would like use this for your stealth kraken. You would let it float, and then you would attach a toad as material to it. So if it floats again, you get two effects. You get to recycle back again, and you get to summon back your stealth kraken again. Now you can do that. Plus, you can attach it to your Xyz monster, so if they leave the field, you can also recycle back more resources. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have like anything in your hand, but you gain back so much. You can put back a toad. You can put more monsters in your hand. You can put back any of your monsters that you might need for next turn. Such a strong card, and of course you get your draw next turn too. It is such a crazy like new aspect, a new different way to recycle back your stuff. So it's so cool. So now we're gonna non-targeted steal his Primera. That is so crazy. Now most of the time when you activate this, like most of them just scoop, because like you already did so much stuff. I still have a toad on the field for whatever play he has. We know that he searched something, so he has one like unknown card, and that's exactly what the toad's for. So this is what I talk about, using your stuff wisely and like trying to see and gouge what you do and do not need to stop that, you know, kind of hurts you. So that's insane. So then he just scoops here, man. It just scoops there. Like Shark's best deck, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have anything to help the combos, but this is like the best way I think is to play Sharks for those combos. So you saw we have full combo. There's other ways to get to full combo, but if you guys want to see some more deck profiles, some more gameplay, some more combo videos, and if you want to see the full match of this, let me know in the comment section down below. That's gonna do it, guys. This is Creed. I'm out.